Welcome to an update guide 2 with me, MrSealyp. Okay, so this is the Fendt 1050 Vario. I did a guide 2 on this when this first came out. This is a mod by Ahran Modding, model by TechMod. This recently had an update, and if, like me, you were using it, which I am on my Sussex farm Let's Play, I did the update, didn't think anything of it. Because when I looked at the update information, there wasn't a huge amount to tell you. I'm going to put that up on the screen now. This is what it says in the update screen. So it says, the new generation Fendt 1000 Vario. This is a complete new construction, conversion, and has gotten a lot. New light package outdoors, LS indicator, adapts the motor configuration. 5 colours are installed in the tractor, 3 colours are installed on the rims, 5 tyre conformation. It says standard, wide tyres, weights, Vario front weight, twin tyres rear, Vario grip tyres. Design choice on grille, grey or silver. But that's it. It doesn't have any more information. It doesn't say anything about Challenger, doesn't say anything about those configurations, which I found fascinating that it wasn't on there. But thank you also to Jonathan, who pointed it out to me, because I didn't know. Like everyone else, I didn't notice at all. So, as you can see, it doesn't give away a lot. Obviously the thumbnail has given away a little bit more now. This has been completely reinvented. And I have to say, it has a couple of surprises and it's very impressive. There wasn't much, as you've just seen, put into that update screen that told you very much more. But what you do get is this. Bonus. Now, the thing about this is, obviously, Agco, that own Challenger and own Fendt and Valtra and you name it, so many companies it is impossible to keep track of. They seem to buy a major share in some new farming and agricultural company almost yearly. And interesting enough, for such a massive company, they only came into being, Agco started in about 1990. Not a very old company, but just started buying up agricultural everything, pretty much. Seeders, harvesters, fertilisers, tractor companies, you name it. Anyway, that being said, Challenger, their main production facility is in its Jackson factory in Minnesota. Fendt's main facility is I think it's Marktoberdorf, I think it's called, in Germany. And what they decided to do, and I think they started rolling out beginning of 2018 was kind of when they first started properly coming out, but it was talked about last year, I think in 17, was a crossover. So what has happened is the Fendt brand in Germany have started producing tracked versions of the Fendt, which look like the tracked Challengers, and Challenger have started rolling out their 1000 series. This is the Fendt 1050 Vario or Vario. That's the Challenger 1050. No Vario or Vario on that. So this is the Challenger 1000 series. This is the Fendt 1000 series. So both companies have taken each other's design ideas, because they're part of the same kind of big corporation, and rolled out new products. Now, for all intents and purposes, they're the same tractor. But interestingly, I did a bit of checking up on specs and things like that. The Challenger versions of all of them, from the 1050 all the way down, have a slightly lower horsepower. The Fendt 1050, did I say Fendt or Challenger? I'm going to get myself confused here, I know I'm. The Fendt 1050 has 517 horsepower. I'm pretty sure the Challenger 1050 only has like 486 horsepower or something like that. There's slightly low horsepowers in each of the ranges as it goes down. But anyway, that being said, so as part of this mod pack, not only have you got the Fendt 1050, you've now gained a Challenger. And yes, it's identical to the Fendt, but it's a different tractor. It's something different, again, to have in game, gives you some other options. Now, this isn't the only thing that's changed. They've made a lot of upgrades on this. So, as with before, I think if it's L1, R1, if I remember correctly, and X, we can change our steering position and we can turn around, which is fantastic. Lighting is still the same and is rather fancy. very nice, with indicators as well, which I like a lot. L1, R1 and X. Let's take our steering position back again. We have got, if I do L1 and my right mushroom, and we've got to make sure this is the right way. Yeah, we've got back window opens and closes. That's still the same as it was before. And if we go to the outside view, the bonnet, I need to get this the right way around, opens and closes. Now, if you remember, on the original mod of this, when you opened and closed the bonnet, it had this like horrible kind of shimmer vibration as you opened and closed it. Unless you did it very, very quickly, you got this really weird, glitchy sort of shimmering. It doesn't do that anymore. Don't know why I just put the hazards on, the beacons. It doesn't do that. So it's very, very nice, very, very smooth, and that has been sorted out completely. But what they've also added, now I assume they've added this because I don't remember seeing this in the original one. If I do L1 again and I do side to, no, not side to side, up and down, the door opens and closes, which wasn't on the original mod, I don't think. My only slight niggle with that is if you look at where the bars and stuff are for getting in and out of the tractor and the wing mirror on the side, the door doesn't open much further than that. If you look at it from outside, you'd have to be... I'll keep opening and closing the window by mistake. Let me just close the window and make sure I do the door. Yeah, you'd have to be incredibly thin to get out through that gap. But the door does open and close, which is new to this particular model. So they've kept some of the features that were okay and obviously fixed the bonnet. They've also done a new lighting package. When you turn the engine on, you get these like running lights that come on here. Give it a look, almost like eyes. It's really cool. When you turn the main lights on, what I like is you've got that kind of LED white light from the above ones, but that kind of yellow look to the lights below, and that looks really, really nice. Then we keep going for our rear lights, and we go back around to our front for our work lights, and that's just a massive array of lights. But I do like the fact these ones on the bonnet have got a more white LED look to them. That's nice. It's a nice detail. So, for all intents and purposes, same tractor. How do you get all of these little features, you ask? Well, and that's the interesting thing as well. Again, when you go into the mod in the Modhub, price hasn't changed at all. It's 289,000 for the base model, which is the 396 horsepower. Then we go up to the 1046 and we go to the 1050. Main colour, now this is where it starts to change. On the original mod you had all of these colours, because I remember doing the mod review and saying this one looks a bit like a Farm Tech colour, and then the white, but this one here, the Challenger kind of mustard yellow, wasn't there, so that's been added in. If we go to tyres, this is also where it changes. We had standard, we had wheel weights, we had wide, we had Trelleborg Vario grip, and I remember talking about those in the first guide to, so if you want to go back and have a look at that, by all means go and have a look. And it had rear twins. It now has twin wheels, narrow tyres and narrow twins, which makes this the largest horsepower tractor in game for console that can run narrows. Up until now it was the Case Magnum, which was up to 435 horsepower, I think, could run narrows. I think it was narrow twins, wasn't it? So this is now a 517 horsepower tractor that can run narrows, which is pretty cool. I've looked online, found a few videos of actual Challengers in the field operating with them. They look very peculiar, but obviously they do the job. Rim colour, I'm pretty sure that kind of grey was added, because I'm pretty sure that's the one that's more like the Challenger wheel hubs. But anyway, so this is where it changes. If you go front grid grey and front grid silver, you will get the Fendt version. But what they've added in is Challenger grid grey and Challenger grid silver. And like I say, nothing's been advertised about that. It's not been sort of, you can have a Challenger version of this. That's where it's tucked away. So if you pick either of those options, that's when you'll get the Challenger version. Now I could do those colours with the Challenger grid, and I would get the Challenger decals with a Fendt coloured tractor, which would be a bit of an odd one round, but anyway. But that's how you get your Fendt. And obviously then there's the default, and there's the Blank Jogi 299, which I think I talked about on the original guide too. So that's how you get the Challenger version. and that's what it looks like. That's got standards, I think, and that one I went with wides. So what I've done is taken the liberty of over here, I've gone with the other tyre options, one in the Fendt colours and one in the and two in the Challenger colours. So this is your twins, and I think that looks awesome with twins on. That really does look very, very good. The ones that look a bit peculiar, but even so, I think still going to be really, really handy to have. So this is the Challenger version with narrows. So you've just got one set on the front and then the two on the back, but the spacers are very, very wide on them. And then you've got the narrow twins. So it's twins on the front, twins on the back, which it didn't have on the original one. And like I say, I actually found a video, an actual YouTube video of a Challenger in a field. I think they were harrowing, running this setup, and this is exactly what it looks like. Very, very wide wheel spacings, but there you go. So Ahran Modding, modelled by TechMod, complete new construction. It's fantastic, and I like the fact this is another option to have in there. So as well as all the track challenges and obviously the twin wheels, the big one, it's nice to have a kind of modern version of what AGCO are doing already in the real world into the game. This is a fairly quick one. I hope you found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form, and if you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.